This is Garrett Smith. We're going to go onto his page. This is who this guy is. I'd advise anybody who is watching my channel to not harass this dude. He is a open pedophile, so he's an open child molester. He made a page called Age of Consent Reform. Now, the Age of Consent Reform is a page on Facebook that has been taken down, luckily, but it was made for pedophiles in mind. So we're going to look at this video and we're going to hear what he has to say. But you're going to hear a lot of, I'm being judged, I'm being pushed into a corner type of stuff. You know, he's going to try to make you feel like he's the victim, when in fact, he is the predator. This is the reason why youth rights activist Cranium 99 and Joseph Francis are the way that they are, mainly due to the fact that they stumbled across this page on Facebook when there were kids wanting to know what it was, then joined and then were groomed by Nathan Larson and Michael Mattis. They were groomed to the point where they wanted to take their obsession with abusing kids and CP too far, to the point where Nathan Larson and Michael Mattis just walked away from these guys. And it was literally because they were pushing it. They wanted to do stuff more with animals. They wanted to get more involved with more harming kids. They wanted to push it more with, other than sexual abuse, they wanted to push mental and physical abuse more. They wanted to push more animal sexual abuse more. They wanted to push necrophilia, and if you don't know what necrophilia is where you have sex with a dead person or a dead body, which is very disturbing. So we're going to watch this guy's video. And again, do not talk to this guy. Don't engage with this guy. If this guy starts talking to you, block him immediately.
This post goes against our community standards. It looks like something you posted doesn't follow our community standards. Age of Consent Reform. Age of Consent Reform is not a post. Age of Consent Reform is a group. Age of Consent Reform Facebook group is a group. That is not something I've posted. It's not a post. This is a group. Click continue. We understand you may not have known about these standards. What standards? And we encourage you to learn more about what type of sharing is allowed on Facebook. If you see something you think goes against our standards, you can report it to us. Maybe the content was reported. Thanks for your understanding and help in keeping Facebook safe and welcoming. Safe and welcoming. I feel that I am threatened by thinking. I do not feel safe. I do not feel welcome. I feel that I have created a group where people can talk about something, a specific subject matter that affects society. Social and legal thing. It's not safe to prevent the discussion of ideas. So let's continue and see what comes next. You're temporarily blocked from posting. Well, I didn't post. You see? I didn't post. I have a group that I've been managing. That's not a post. The temporarily block will last 7 days, and you won't be able to post on Facebook until it's finished. If you post something that goes against our standards again, your account will be blocked for 30 days. For violations after that, your account will be blocked for even longer. Please keep in mind that people who repeatedly post things that aren't allowed on Facebook may have their accounts permanently deleted.
So you hear this guy, how he's like, well, we were just sharing ideas, this and that. We weren't doing anything wrong. He doesn't outwardly say that he's a pedophile because he knows the backlash of that. He understands where if he outright says, oh, I'm a minor attractive person, I'm attracted to little kids sexually, he knows he's going to get roasted on the internet. He knows he's going to be fucking just get fucking gutted one side up the other. He's going to have a new asshole basically through the internet. And he knows that. So he's using terms like this in a very manipulative way where he's not outwardly saying that he's a pedophile and he's not admitting the fact that he is a pedophile, but he's saying this was a group of ideas where people can meet. Now, from people who I've been in contact, like people who help put pedophiles away in jail, who hunt down pedophiles so they can go in jail, you know, get evidence against these guys, etc., etc. This group was a whole group that attracted pedophiles to express their ideas on pedophilia and how things should be gone about things. You know, I'm trying to explain it where it's simplified because I know I have young viewers. But he attracted like-minded people onto that page that he knew he was going to attract. And also, too, he attracted young people like Joseph, like Cranium, like youth rights activist. In fact, Joseph, Cranium, and the youth rights activist met each other through that page on Facebook. That's why people need to be aware of who they are talking to online, and I specifically wanted to post this video up because of that. Garrett Smith, Andrew the Map, all these pages that are on YouTube need to be taken down and need to be looked at, because this type of behavior is not okay. Yeah, Garrett Smith is not stating that he is a pedophile out loud and proudly, but he is stating that he did run the page, which had multiple pedophiles. Multiple pedophiles. And you can look at this guy from some of his posts and everything. He's from San Diego. And this is an adult man who grooms kids online. That's why the Age of Consent Reform group on Facebook, which I am so happy that has been taken down. I am absolutely thrilled that it has been taken down, because this guy was doing a hell of a lot more harm than good, guys. He was grooming kids online. It's horrible what these people do. And you know what? Pedophiles don't care about what they do to these kids. They don't. Pedophiles only care because they either got caught or these kids are there for their own sexual gratification. That's how most pedophiles look at kids. because no sane person or a person with a conscience would actually molest a child. They're not going to push sex on a kid because a kid does not have the comprehension skills to understand sex. And that's just the end of it. So I'm extremely happy that this Facebook group has actually been taken down. I am unbelievably thrilled and super happy, but you guys do have to be aware of your surroundings, especially on YouTube now, because for some reason they are sticking up for pedophiles more than they are actually standing up for the creators who were calling out pedophiles online. It's actually becoming a really big problem now, where YouTube is turning into freespeechtube. And if you don't know what freespeechtube is not about freedom of speech. It's not about that at all. Freespeechtube is where a whole bunch of pedophiles go on there and they discuss about their fantasies on pedophilia. There's a lot of misogynistic people there, including women who are also misogynistic. There's also people who are into necrophilia. I described that earlier to you guys. There are people who are into bestiality. If you don't know what bestiality is, it's where a person likes to have sexual relations with animals. So yeah, this is my little video clip.